Good evening, everyone, and welcome into this week's all-new edition of the Milford Informer. I am your host, Tim Coet. Before we begin the program this evening, we have some very sad news to share with you. Late last week, the Milford community was rocked by the news of the passing of Joe Stoyko. Mr. Stoyko was a lifelong resident of Milford and grew to legendary status through his contributions to Milford High athletics. Over his lengthy tenure, Mr. Stoyko coached MHS baseball, basketball, and softball, all while serving as a special education teacher. He is enshrined in both the Milford High School Athletic Hall of Fame as well as the Massachusetts Baseball Coaches Hall of Fame. Mr. Stoyko was a graduate of Boston College, a veteran of the U.S. Army, and a dedicated husband, father, grandfather, and great-grandfather. We honor the memory of Joseph T. Stoyko, who passed away at the age of 85. Tonight, we'll give everyone a chance to relive all of the festive holiday fun from this past weekend's Milford Santa Parade. Also tonight, Dr. Matthew Joseph provides a full report of the Google Summit, which was recently held over at Milford High School. And later in sports, we will get you ready for what is sure to be an exciting year of Milford basketball, with season previews of both the boys and girls teams. Once again, Milford ushered in the holiday season in style this past weekend as the town hosted the 33rd annual Santa Parade. This year's parade was bigger and better than ever, and once again, Milford TV was excited to team up with MyFM's Ray Osier to provide full coverage of the event.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the 2017 Milford Santa Parade.
I have a question.
What's your question, Jack?
Why do people say Santa doesn't exist?
Why? Why do they say that?
When kids see commercials, they see parents on a commercial show that they hang their presents at the bottom of the tree, but I think not. I think Santa exists.
Well, that's just TV, so that's all pretend.
Yeah, but
Santa does exist.
Yep.
He's right here too. He's always right here.
He will come.
He will come. What do you want? Justin, what do you want for Christmas?
I'd like 8 hours straight of sleep. That's what I would like. How about you?
I would love a new Justin and Ray song.
Ooh,
a new one.
I know. We're getting lazy.
Justin and I, for those who don't know, and I don't know who you are if you don't know who we are.
We're superstars.
Justin and Ray, the acoustic duo. That's my partner right there.
This is my partner over here.
Oh, you're acknowledging that now.
I'm just giving into it.
Because it's the Christmas season.
It is. I'm there.
The Christmas
it's all
of giving. So tell me about the flow. Tell me about the boys.
So what we got? We got the sixth grade boys who won their state championship game this year against Wellesley. They're doing really good, and this is the year they want to kind of just get in the parade and show what they've got.
Absolutely.
I just want to real quick thank Coach Lee, Coach Vio, Coach Canning, Waldo, McKee. And all those guys, and double nickels, Jack Vio. I forgot to mention him last time, so I got to mention him.
Did he say something?
He doesn't know, but I'm covering up for it.
Our Milford Highway Department rolling through. These guys keep our streets clean during the winter, and we have one of the best highway departments in the area. We want to thank them for, it's a year-round thing, but when the snow comes, these guys make sure they take care of us. Happy holidays from the Milford Highway Department. Hello, Grinch.
Hello, Mr. Grinch.
You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch.
Brazza construction, and look, Jack, snow! It's snowing! It's snowing! I love it!
Oh God!
We are raking it in. I love the snow. That is amazing.
I got one.
All right, hey. So we got snow coming out of the back of the Brazza construction. That's awesome.
That's awesome.
All right, let's sit down. Let's sit down. Let's calm down for 2 seconds.
Okay.
I'm getting just as excited as you are.
Oh, Santa Claus!
What I just said. Santa Claus. Say hi to Santa Claus, Jack. Let's give him a big wave. Let's thank everybody for tuning in to MyFM and MilfordTV.net.
Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas, everybody. Happy holidays to everybody. Merry Christmas, Santa Claus, and Merry Christmas to you and yours.
Recently, Milford High School played host to the Google Summit, which gave educators from across the region the opportunity to discover new digital tools to bring back to their schools and classrooms. Milford School's IT director and host of MPS Talks, Dr. Matthew Joseph, was front and center at the event and provided us with a full report of what took place at the summit.
Good morning and welcome to the Milford Google Summit today. We are very excited. We're about to kick off in about 15 minutes. But before we do that, I want to send a couple big thanks. Of course, thank you to Milford TV, who is here today capturing all the excitement and great things. Thank you to Dr. Kevin McIntyre, who has really infused our district in the vision to move forward with digital learning and all the great things. Behind me, we have EduScape and Hub Tech, and they're going to be doing sponsoring and helping promote this event. And of course, this couldn't happen without the amazing educators of Milford Public School. Mashpee just walked in. With me now, we have Miss Janet Ryan, one of our Milford educators from Stacy Middle School, sharing why are you excited to be here today?
Oh my goodness, I am so excited to be here for a million reasons, but I'm so happy to have this opportunity to just submerge myself into the Google world. There's so many things I want to learn. I currently use Google Classroom in my teachings, but as I'm learning more, I'm learning that there's so much more out there, and I'm hoping today will give me that chance to sort of break through and take on some new Google concepts. So thank you.
You're welcome. Well, thank you for being here, and I hope you have an exciting day today. Tweet out all the things you learned. So now we have Miss Grimes, one of our second grade educators from Brookside Elementary School. We're so excited to have you here. Why are you excited to be here?
So I'm really excited to be here to learn about Google Classroom and how I can implement that in my classroom and use it as a tool for students and their parents to learn at home and bring the learning from the classroom to the home.
That is fabulous, and I know you're very active on Twitter. Do you want to just share out your Twitter handle so that we can all follow you?
Absolutely. My Twitter handle is @MrsGrimes45.
All right, so make sure to check that out and have a great day today. So we're here with the real stars of the show today at the Google Summit. We have our Pre-Voc students here who are going to be performing today. And make sure you check out the full episode because Milford TV is going to film the performance. So are you excited to be here today for the Milford Google Summit?
Yes, I am.
And what's your name?
My name is Katie, and I'm very excited.
Fabulous. So are you looking forward to this? Anthony, I know you've been to Milford TV this week. You excited?
Yes, I am.
All right. So,
sorry, Dale. Since we already been to Milford TV.
Fabulous. So make sure to tune in. We're going to be on stage in about 15 minutes. Okay, one more time. Okay, one more time. So we're here with Josh Kaplan. Thank you for coming out to Milford Public Schools today. What are you going to teach these amazing administrators today?
You know, my favorite thing to do is to get admins out of their offices so they get a chance to actually be out and about. So I'm going to make their management lives a lot easier by showing them how to use Google to do all those cool things.
Awesome. Well, good luck. I know you're about to get started. So I'm going to leave you with a couple things, then we're going to head out because it's almost 9 o'clock. If you keep looking in the rear view mirror and not through the windshield, you're going to crash. And again, I get to quote myself. So also you have to have your GPS, your roadmap. Think about those things today as you are going forward. We just wrapped up the keynote, and it was very exciting to have a conversation with some amazing educators in the auditorium, and I look forward to learning from each and every one of them, just like I look forward to learning from the EduScape trainers. It's going to be great because I talked about active learning, and now it's my turn to go out and learn myself, and I hope all of the participants learn as well. So there's some great things happening today. If you want to see some of those things, I hope that people are tweeting those out. My handle is @Milford_Tech. I know @EduScape is here. HubTech has helped put this event on as well. We're using the hashtag MPS Learns, as we always do for our Milford educators, and then we added one just for today, hashtag MPSG Summit. So log on. If you couldn't be here today, we have a lot of our Milford educators here today, so thank you for coming out on a Saturday. But if you couldn't be here, check out some of those hashtags and @Milford Schools as well. And we look forward to continuing the learning, and keep tuning in for all the great things happening in our district, and MPS talks and our superintendent's updates as well.
And just like that, we turn the page from fall to winter sports. The winter season officially kicked off for Milford teams this past week. Both the Scarlet Hawks boys and girls basketball teams enter into the 2017-18 season with lofty expectations. To find out more about each of these squads, let's take a look at our official season previews for Milford boys and girls basketball.
Under 2 minutes to go as Tamani takes a tough feed inside to the basket. He gets the shot and a chance from the free throw line to take the lead. Zach Tamani with a clutch bucket to tie this game at 63.
For a program that has been steadily building over the last 3 seasons, last year's epic come-from-behind victory for the boys basketball team in the opening round of the playoffs provided a feeling of validation to the players as well as their head coach.
You know, when you look back at that Marlboro game, I hope I don't say this forever, but that's clearly the best game I've ever been a part of as a coach. But you know, to have that execution where we were down, I mean, it was 60-48 with 5.5 to go. Came back, grinded it out, got a couple key fouls, got a couple key baskets, and we were able to tie it up. And then, I mean, Caden kind of did his thing in overtime to kind of win the game after Chris Doherty fouled out. So, look to build on that. It's definitely some momentum. Definitely the best win in the last 3 years, maybe even a little bit longer. But got to take that momentum into this season.
Well, it showed us that we could win, especially against the kid. He just committed to Notre Dame, and we beat him, and we beat his team. And it just showed us what we could do and what we really could be. And we have like 4 or 5 kids coming back from that team. It was awesome. Probably the best experience I've had playing high school basketball was that game.
Leadership will once again be a core strength for the Hawks, with second-year captain Caden Kelly anchoring an impressive quintet of on-court leaders.
I've been going back and forth on the captains when our season ended, and we kind of just settled on let's kind of go all in with all 5 of them, you know, and Caden Kelly, Shane Koskett, Zach Tamaro, Joey DeMarco, and Brendan White, who's our junior captain. The rest are obviously all seniors, but you know, all of them are going to play. All of them are going to play roles, and I think their leadership is kind of unquestioned. Some lead by example, some lead on the defensive end, some lead on the offensive end. I mean, it's a good mix and match, and I'm glad after spending some of the offseason thinking about how we want to take a next step forward with our leadership. Going with all 5 of them has already paid off. We had a fantastic offseason thanks to them, and we've been off to a good start over the first week and a half practice-wise. I mean, they're all leaders in their own way. I mean, they're fantastic kids. They're definitely going to take this program to the next level this year.
We all lead by example. We got a lot of seniors on this team, so we have a lot of leadership all around, and also a few other younger kids who've been on the team for 2 years now. I mean, everyone knows. We all know the deal. We're all going to work every day at practice, working hard. We're all vocal with each other. Our practice, if you ever watch it, it's loud. It's really rowdy, but we're all kind of doing the same thing. It's not just like 5 captains, it's almost like there's like 7 or 8 of them.
Last year being the junior captain, I didn't feel as much like responsibility as the older kids because 1, obviously I'm younger, and 2, I just didn't have as much experience. But now coming into the season, I know what I'm doing and I'm ready.
I try to lead more by example than just like yelling at people. I try to just work my hardest always so that people see, oh, he's the captain, he always works his hardest. So maybe if I want to get to that point, I have to work my hardest too.
Having previous captains like Tamani, looking up to him and everything, and now it's just like my turn, and it's just going to be a fun year, and I'm really excited to be a captain and everything.
We all have like our own different styles that we can each bring. You know, I'm kind of like set the tone, kind of loud, get out there, get in your face kind of guy. You have Caden, who kind of leads by example. He's been running the show for 4 years here. We got Shane, who's running the point. He's directing everybody. He's got so much IQ. We have Joey, who's all over the place. He's a spark plug, you know. He's gotta love Joey. And then there's Zach T, and Zach T brings a quiet kind of leadership that it's very easy to follow.
The biggest challenge facing Milford heading into this season is finding a way to replace the production of last year's top scoring duo of Zach Tamani and Anthony Arcudi.
If you go back a year ago today, you know, we were losing Dwight Anderson and D. Torres, who are our top 2 scorers. We lose Zach Tamani and Anthony Arcudi, our top 2 scorers from last year. I mean, new guys are going to step up into different roles. I mean, we'll be fine. We'll find different ways to score the ball. But, I mean, ship goes on, so to speak.
It's definitely a different team. Last year, we were pretty good. You know, we were a very good three-point shooting team. This year, I think we can spread it out as well, but we got a lot of size this year. We got a few new guys coming here, and we just got a lot of size, which is new for a change.
We have 10, 11 kids that we can play, and they're all of us are really close in skill level, work ethic. And there aren't many teams you see with that. Most teams only, you know, they go 3, maybe 4 deep on a good day, and we can go 6, 7 deep and have the level of play be pretty much the same all the way throughout.
We can have a starting lineup with 3 6-footers in there, and me being the one not 6-footer. So it's just something we could really take advantage of. Teams don't have our height, let alone our depth, so we will definitely take advantage of that.
Last year, I was probably one of the only real big men we have. Now we have about 6. So height-wise, we're insane. Shooting-wise, we're insane. And team chemistry is right there, so it should be fun.
While the team has some major holes to fill, they did receive a major boost in the offseason, with a pair of 6-footers transferring into this year's senior class.
Andrew Frioli's back in Milford. He was here as a freshman and sophomore. He's back as a senior. He's about 6'5". You know, he'll probably start at the center position for us. And you know, while he's big, while he's long, and while he's, you know, perfectly fine in the paint, his best asset is probably his passing and his ability to kind of roam the perimeter. He can shoot the 3 if you back off him, even at 6'5". So I mean, he's certainly a versatile guy who's going to help us in that regard. Joey Everett is another big body that we have into the frame. He's 6'3". He's a big football guy, obviously, that Milford had this past fall. But, you know, Joey comes in here, brings versatility, athleticism, another guy who can step out and shoot the 3, but also another guy who's big enough to kind of bang down low with some of the other bigs in the league.
Immediately, as soon as he joined the football team, there was like this new energy we had. He was dancing around practice, singing. First game, he was here, he started screaming and then just intimidated the other team. So it's the energy factor he brings.
We have great chemistry already. No one's shy, everyone's accepting their role individually, and everyone's just comfortable with each other, and that's the most important thing when it comes down to it.
After back-to-back playoff appearances and a trip to the quarterfinals last year, the Scarlet Hawks are ready to take their place as a top contender in the Hockomock League heading into this season.
This year, we're trying to just go more than we've ever had before and just take it to a whole other level. And it's just amazing to me because I've been a part of it every year. So it's just fun to see everything grow, and everyone, especially this year, we have crazy amount of depth, and I think we have a lot of potential this year.
We're to a point in this whole, you know, this being my 4th year, and you know, it started as a rebuild, and we've made back-to-back tournaments. You know, if we make the tournament this year, it'll be the first time Milford's made 3 in a row since 2005, 2006, 2007, which was when I was in high school. You know, I look at this year's team, they expect to be right near the top of the Davenport again. I know teams like Canton, Sharon, and Foxborough are all going to kind of be right there in the mix, but I mean, there's no reason as to why we're not in that mix as well, especially with kind of this, you know, bigger lineup that we're going to be putting out there this year. But we know what we need to do to compete in the Davenport, and I expect us to be there.
8 seconds to go. The pass deflected on its way to Burley. They put it back in the hands of Irwin, sends a long 3 up. It's no good, and that is that. Milford cutting it close at the end, but that deficit just too much for the Lady Hawks to overcome. We did not see another fourth quarter miracle here in Marlboro tonight.
Last season, Milford girls basketball returned to the playoffs after a 4-year absence. While their playoff run was brief, the girls fought valiantly in their matchup against Marlboro, and that is experience third-year head coach TJ Dolliver hopes will continue to propel the program forward.
That playoff game is definitely it's a good experience booster for the girls that return this year. You know, I have 7 seniors that return this year, and you know that was a crazy game, and it's a good experience booster because they haven't played in a playoff game in basketball before. I mean, plenty of these girls have played in playoff games in other sports, but not basketball, but until last year. So that was a very interesting game because, you know, we found ourselves down 24 in the middle of the third quarter and cut it to 4 points, and you know, we almost got over the hump, and you know, it really showed the resilience of the group. So I think, you know, last season they played great. We have a big group of girls coming back, and that experience I think could take us, you know, a long way this year for sure.
It was a pretty bitter ending because we all came out of that game knowing we should have won and we didn't win. So I think that just, you know, makes us really want it more. Like, we have so much potential, and like there's so much that we can do with this team this year and so far that we can go if we put the work into it and we put the effort and we just hustle in practices, then I think we're going to win.
It will be difficult to find a team in the Hawk with more experience than the Lady Hawks. This year's team features 7 seniors, including 4 senior captains that have been part of the varsity team all 4 years of their high school careers.
You know, I've said this to my captains a couple times already. You know, I have 4 captains, and if I had to label one word for really my group of seniors, not just the captains, is toughness. You know, they are tough, and no matter what the game brings you, they're going to battle their way through it no matter what. And you know, they're going to put their bodies, you know, they're sacrifice their bodies, dive on the floor, take charges, and the experience that they've had on varsity, not just in basketball but other sports, you know, could really set us up for a really nice senior year for them.
I guess it shows that I've showed the traits of a captain, like being a leader. It's nice to know that the rest of the team thinks of me as a leader, which is really nice.
It's a true honor to be named the captain for this team. I made the team as a freshman with Kate, Emily, and Jill, so I've kind of grown a lot as both a person and a player, so to be named captain my senior year is a really special thing, and I hope to do well by all my teammates and my coaching staff.
To be captain, it's really important to me, especially just because I've been involved in Milford basketball for pretty much my whole entire life, and to be named captain, it's just another reassurance to my commitment and to my hard work and dedication all throughout the years.
It's actually such an honor because I've had such great captains throughout my high school career, and I really hope that I can live up to their standards that they set. So I'm excited.
Experience is definitely going to help with our success, and we all have played together for so many years, not even high school, even before high school. So that is going to help with that, and I think our team chemistry, you know, on and off the court is great, so we all like each other, so that helps.
I played with the majority of the team since I was in 3rd grade. They're my best friends. Even the exception of Jess Masso coming in sophomore year, it's been like she's played with us since we were little, so it's just so great to play with my best friends.
Just as Milford's 4 senior captains started their varsity careers as freshmen, Coach Dolliver has chosen 4 new freshmen for this year's team, giving Milford's seasoned veterans an opportunity to pass down their wisdom to the next generation of Lady Hawks players.
We can all relate to their situation, kind of their feelings and what they're going through, like being a freshman on the team. And our freshman year, we had a lot of support from not only the senior captains, but also the sophomores and the upperclassmen and each other. So I think it's really important to build a family dynamic so we can all both succeed on and off the court.
It's definitely a different dynamic on the team, a lot of changes in terms of years, but they can learn a lot from each other, and you know, they can start to mesh well once we start learning who each other is, you know what I mean, build that team chemistry.
We're definitely a diverse group. We have one girl, at least one girl from each grade. I mean, we have a lot to work with, and we definitely have a chance to go far, do some damage this year.
Milford sports fans will see a very familiar face on the sidelines for girls basketball this year, as Coach Dolliver welcomes in former softball and Legion baseball head coach Brian Mackey to his staff.
Coach Mackey was actually my basketball coach when I was a freshman. So, you know, I've known him. My brother played with him when he was in high school, so I grew up watching Brian. He has, I mean, everybody knows he has plenty of experience in coaching, and I'm so happy that he wanted to join us this year.
With their experience, team chemistry, a bench eager to learn, and a savvy coaching staff, this year's edition of the Lady Scarlet Hawks looks to have all the pieces they need to put together a memorable season.
You know, I expect to be competitive, game in and game out. You know, we were pretty competitive last year, and I think that's the goal this year. It's, you know, the Hockomock is so tough. You know, no matter who you're playing, it's going to be a tough game. And you have to understand that the competitiveness is there, and if you don't show up, you could lose to anybody. If you show up, you could beat anybody. So I think the goal this year in our league, be competitive no matter what team you're playing, and just try to learn from every experience that you have.
I think that we're going to be at the top of the league this year, not just the Davenport, but I think we're going to compete with the Kelly Rex teams too. I mean, we're a competitive team, and not everyone thinks that. You know, the past of Milford High School girls basketball hasn't always been the best, and I think we have really built up this program to be very respectable. Like, you can't sleep on us. You got to take it seriously, and I think we're gonna show teams what we're made of, and we're gonna win some games.
Coming up on Saturday, join the Claflin Hills Symphony Orchestra as they delight local residents with their annual Holiday Pops concert. Once again, Upper Town Hall will undergo its festive transformation, setting the mood for a night full of everyone's favorite songs of the season. And once again, the Holiday Pops will also feature vocals courtesy of the Greater Milford Community Chorus. The Holiday Pops is taking place at Upper Town Hall this Saturday, December 9th, beginning at 7:30 p.m. To order last-minute tickets, log on to claflinhill.org. Going on now through Tuesday, residents have the opportunity to participate in Milford High School's Toys for Tots Drive. The Toys for Tots Drive is being organized by the MHS National Honor Society and the Student Leadership Council. Donations are being accepted on Saturday, December 9th at the MHS front lobby from 9 to 11 a.m. On Monday and Tuesday, donations are being accepted at the MHS House B office, security booth, and at the Milford Police Station. For more information on the Toys for Tots Drive, you can contact Cheryl Shea at the email address cshay@milfordma.com. And coming up next weekend, the Greater Milford Ballet will hold their annual holiday run of the Nutcracker. This year marks the 37th year the Greater Milford Ballet has been putting on this holiday classic, and the troupe promises this year's show will be bigger and more colorful than ever. The Nutcracker performances are taking place next weekend, December 16th and 17th, over at King Philip Regional High School in Wrentham, with both performances beginning at 2 p.m. To purchase advance tickets to the show, you can visit the Mendon or Bellingham branches of Charles River Bank, or you can call the phone number 508-473-3354. Next week on the show, we will provide a recap of the recently held open hearing that was held by the Zoning Board regarding the proposed 40B project. We will also have our first winter sports highlights of the season as well. We hope you will come back and join us next time. Until then, from all of us here at Milford TV, this is Tim Coet saying have a great week. So long, everybody.